Call halayim la Yahweh ba'ashem Yahweh Shai ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. What you see on the screen is Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Yeah, so I was just thinking about this because we're not in control of our own lives. Last Friday, one of my co-workers had an accident on one of these local freeways. But what made me think about this scripture, besides everyday situations, I always think about the scriptures. But this scripture popped up in my head because he said he passed by the place where he got into a wreck, the same exact place, and the same amount of cars were in a similar accident type of shit, with the same situation for all of them. So that's pretty amazing. And what I mean is amazing is because we're not in control. We're not doing anything. We're being used. The things that happen like that are beyond our control. And everybody has to, punch their ticket. So all these things that are happening are predestined to happen. Nothing is just gonna happen out of accident. It's no such thing as an accident. So that was that. And then my other co-worker said something that made me start thinking about it. That she was sick last year at this same time with the same sickness. So everything has to play over again. So why don't you Christians believe in reincarnation? Things happen over and over. Things get played out again and again. It is reincarnation. Can't deny that. And then we're all on a predestined path. We're all on a predestined path. That's why those accidents were like that. So that lady had the same sickness as she had before. It's always like that. Always. I mean, it's never stopped being in cycles. The first Adam was Yahushai. And then Abel. And then throughout different reincarnations. Man, so everything happens over and over again. There's nothing new under the sun. There's something else too. Something else. I need to think about it. Oh. Well, it doesn't have nothing to do with that cycle thing. But the water that we use, let's say because I was listening to a little segment on a radio station, on a Spanish radio station, where they talk about water. What happens what happens after you take a dump was a question. What happens after you take a shit and you flush the toilet? Well, this guy was talking about the water that was the first time it gets used. So there's 3 uses in the water. Whenever you go by a highway or something like that, and there is grass or trees that need to get watered, they have the water from the sewer. They get the shitty water, basically. So these whole food growers, and if they are getting water from the government, they're getting fucking recycled water. They're getting that duty water. Yeah, man, so you gotta watch out for that. So a lot of people get sick. People are always getting sick. And then there was the sixth man to die from the east coast of Eastern equine encephalitis, which is carried by mosquitoes. The Lord's always been doing that. So this is coming. This Babylon the age of Babylon is coming to a stop. It's coming to a halt. A halt. I mean, it's just gonna stop. The earth is getting filled up with everybody that was in the past, and their reincarnated bodies, so that everybody could get judged according to their deeds. And that's gonna be something amazing. That's always amazing, man. When Noah's flood came, that must have been amazing. Watching the whole planet get filled up with water, people dying and shit, and people get killed every day. So there's gonna be a moment where there's gonna be mass deaths, like people just fucking lying on the fucking street, just dead as fuck, unresponsive. Oh shit! Just like China and other places, they keep getting hit with revolts. People are uprising, the uprising of the people. Paris is going through that shit. Spain is going through that shit. So there's all type of things coming up that are supposed to happen, that happened before. Now they've got to happen again. Now it might not have happened all that in the same magnitude, like the same type of people. Many if there were 1 million people are protesting now, maybe in the 1400s, 1 million people weren't protesting. Maybe like 1,000 or something. Maybe like 100. Enough to cause a scene. So that Black Death is gonna have to come back. That's gonna be something. That death. It has a job to do, and it wants to punch out and go home and just retire, but it can't do it until the last death, which is gonna happen pretty soon. So those cars piling up in the same order, that woman getting sick in the same fashion, that's all programmed. It's supposed to happen. And things like that make you think, but if you don't know how to think, you just keep thinking in circles. Slovakia just got out the fucking plantation. Yeah, you don't want to keep thinking in circles. You don't want to keep talking in circles. You don't want to keep going in circles, because when you go in circles, you ain't going nowhere. There's nowhere to go, nothing to achieve. And another thing that proves that things happen again, reincarnation, is the prophets of old have been, Jeremiah 28:8, prophesying against great kingdoms and doing the same work, same type of work. There's always been prophets, man. But now we're all back, prophesying the last time, doing the last prophesying, getting everything in order. Man, that's gonna be. And for the most part, some of you listen. The ones who don't listen, like Edomites and 2/3, man, you're predestined to die. So your ass is gonna go to the collective, not the collective, the waste receptacle, the waste receptor, which is Babylon, and you ain't gonna get buried. It's gonna be like the scripture says, mass death, more than one. And another thing is the handouts. People get welfare and handouts, and they've been getting it since Rome. certain types of assistance. So like you get certain type of assistance, which helps you with food or whatever. And it's turkey season. It's Thanksgiving, so-called Thanksgiving. And there's a lot of agencies that are giving away food. They're giving away turkeys, turkey baskets, and all that shit, whatever you motherfuckers eat for Thanksgiving. So people don't even, they don't even need to work, really. They can live off the system, which is just like the ancient Rome. Once the 5 good emperors started giving out the food stamps or the little programs that they initiated, man, and then nobody can see it. It's just happening all over again, but nobody notices. And these mass deaths, they're gonna be all over the planet. And in that Third World War, it's more death. But that's supposed to be happening. Well, I'm at my destination. Park my car. Let me turn that. I'm gonna say Kal halayim la Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bakashim Kakodash. Till next time we say Shalom.